It's Madden NFL 24, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Giants and the Jets. All that and more coming up next.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets and their inner city rivals, the New York Giants. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And led out by the rookie. Expectations high here as he's making his first NFL start.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. They'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. You talk about this Jets defense. Coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On fourth down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Jets will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Big play from a big man. Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge and dropping him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Play action. Now Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Play action. It's Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now second down. 2nd and 10. Oh, did the Jets miss this guy? Here's Breece Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape of it.
Taking it right down Broadway. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Trying to find Breece Hall out of the backfield, and it's third down. You talk about this Giant defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They held them to just 13 points in the game, and truthfully, you can't expect them to play much better than that. That's excellent defense.
On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. And back deep for the Giants is Dory Jackson. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Barkley inside handoff. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Jets, very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. It's taken to the 26. And shoving his way inside the 35. 44-yard punt, return of 9. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson rolling to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A handoff for Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hall again. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson, rolling to his right. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's a give to Hall. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
You know, you play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4. There's 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends. They're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit. Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. Hyatt goes in motion left. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back to throw now on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll set up to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now 2nd and 5. Up the middle with Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
A 33-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
On the return is Gibson. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Now, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Yes, and he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. He's got the rookie from Tennessee, Jalen Hyatt. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Ashton Davis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Dolphins who have the lead in that one. Cedric Wilson, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Josh Allen, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after. To come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They go play action now. Wilson. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
Throwing is Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Again, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he completes it to Wilson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They'll give to Hall. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Slayton on the slant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. 3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up third down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third call. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. Now a 2nd and 6. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Running again with Barkley on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking on the midfield logo. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to line up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Hall again on 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They had a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And they're going to speed things up here. Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. On second down, a run with Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jets have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Giants now down by 16. 1:47 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Connects with Slayton. He's still on his feet. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for two again. That's why teams are practicing multiple two-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a... And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Jets with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice.